couldn't see me on the screen, so I decided to start it over. So, hello everybody, whoever's going to be joining in. I am Characters in Moonrise, also known as Empress Kerie, and welcome to this episode of Kerie's Quick Tarot, or Talking Tarot, or whatever. I just wanted to come in real quick because it's been a couple of days. My schedule kind of shifted, and so I wanted to figure out a way how to get back to whoever's tuning into my content. Just to, show up and just take a few minutes, a little bit of time, just to be present. So that's what this video is about. And so I'm hoping that it is inspiring whoever it is meant to whoever it's meant to be seen by. Okay? All right. So right now I'm just staging, just for a little while. Saging my area, saging my space, and I'm looking for a big enough piece of sage. And I may pull a card. Okay? So this is just a little bit of a hanging out with me. And a little bit of a break. All right? And there's a story that I want to tell y'all, but I'm not quite sure if that story is going to be told in this video or if I may do it in a different one. But it is a story of something that happened to me on Halloween. Ooh. I wouldn't say it happened to me, something that tried to happen to me, and that I had to reject. Hi! Oh, hello out there, whoever's joining in. So yeah, something that, it was in my dream state. So maybe this is the video where I'm actually going to be sharing the story. So, here's what happened. So, I was sleeping, right? It was Halloween morning, super early in the morning on Halloween, okay? And I only know that because I looked at the time once I actually, had a few minutes after everything transpired. I looked to see what time it was. Okay, so I'm going to tell a story. So I was sleeping, and in my dream state, I'm trying to really recall the details. I'll leave out some of the details. Hi, which day is it? Hi. Which day is it now? Right now, it's Monday. But you know that. But yeah, this particular dream that I'm referring to right now is something that happened on Halloween, October 31st, 2025. Okay? Alright. So, with that, I was asleep. And in the dream, I saw a door. Okay? Now I'm behind the door. I'm in a space. I'm like in a room in the dream. And I'm looking at the door. And behind the door, all I saw was like this pulsing of something trying to get into, something trying to break the door down. Okay? And I'm standing behind the door in the dream, just like looking at it, like what could be trying to get into my space? Like, what is this? And so, in the dream, the door, basically, it was so much force behind the door. Okay? Now, I'm inside of a space. And then there's this door, something really just like trying to just force itself in through the door, trying to knock the door down. So I'm standing there and I'm just like looking like, what is going on here? Like, why is, who's on the other side of this trying to get into my space? And so eventually, okay, in the dream now I have a tie-in for this, but in the dream, the door it was so much force behind the door. It basically busted the door, okay, through, and whatever the energy was on the other side of that door basically tried to jump me, okay? Energetically speaking, okay? It tried to actually fit me. It tried to become me. So, and the force, the magnitude of the force of whatever that energetic energy was, it actually hurt, okay? And I had never experienced anything like this before, like that before, in the dream state. Whatever that energy was, just like tried to just fit me. And when I say that, I'm talking in the scope of something trying to become me. Now, I know how that sounds, okay? Trust me. It took me a minute to even decide if I was going to even tell the story. Now, this was a dream, okay? I'll continue to preface it like that. So, the only thing I can reference it to, and hi for everyone who's joining in, thank you so much. This inspires you in any way, shape, or form, consider giving this video a thumbs up, like, share, hype, whatever all that fun social stuff is. Thank you. Alright. So the only thing I can compare it to is a scene in a movie. Okay? A scene in a movie that I haven't seen in a very long time. Okay? But in that particular movie, there was a character who, there were these, I kind of want to be careful of what words I'm selecting for this video. But in that movie, there was an energy presence that overtook the person, okay? And it basically became the person. The person and it kind of merged in some way, shape, or form, okay? And so that's the only thing I can compare it to. So in my dream state, whatever that energy was that tried to break down that door in my dream, it just kind of, there's a term, bum rush, right? Something trying to bum rush and tried to bum rush me in the dream. I basically felt it trying to fit me, and I just don't know another way to explain that. And I said to myself, and I said to it, in a very intense way, I might add, to get off of me. Okay? I said to get, I didn't say get off of me, I kind of said get off of me. Okay? In an intense kind of like rejection of whatever that energetic thing was. And when I did that, when I said that, when I rejected whatever that energy was, I woke up. My eyes just opened. And I'm staring at the ceiling. I'm breathing. I'm saying to myself, whoa, what was that? Okay? Now, where that energy went, I have no idea. All I can say is that I told it that whatever gifts it had in terms of abilities, strengths, or whatever, that by trying to violate my personal space, which is what the door represented, if I want to look at it from a practical sense, the door represented my personal space, my aura, my elbow room. And in that dream, the fact that an energy was trying to violate that energetic space and was not successful, the fact that I rejected it, I basically told it that whatever skills, gifts, talents it may have had before doing that, it basically gave them to me. So it basically, by attempting to violate my personal space, it basically gave me, I wouldn't say it gave me, because it really didn't know that it was going to do that, in terms of like lose whatever it was that I ended up gaining as a result of that violation, energetically speaking, in a dream, right? I'm talking dreams right here. But it's just the fact that in that dream, something felt. So I put it to you like this: whatever that energy was, it hated me. It hated me so much that it wanted to be me. Like that. What sense does that make? Something that hates. And imagine someone hating something so much that it wants to be them. That sounds a little bit psycho, right? From an observation standpoint, I would think that someone who has that type of energy about them, maybe maybe they need some assistance. So I'm just in that dream, after that whole incident happened and after I rejected it, and it hurt. And when I say it hurt, it hurt feeling something trying to fit inside. When I say fit, I'm talking my avatar, my body, right? There's a reference, body snatcher, right? Meaning energies that try to overtake another. And so that's actually what I can compare it to, okay? Something that tried to overtake me and was rejected and was sent on its way without whatever it left behind. In other words, it was stripped. When I say that word, I mean whatever it had, it no longer had after I told it to get away from me. Okay? So, I'm saying all of that to say, and when I looked at the clock, because, I had to like shake that off energetically, open my eyes, and I was wide awake after that. And I looked at the clock, and it was 4:41, okay, a.m. on October 31st, 2025. And so, yeah, that's a little story of a dream that happened. And what do I make of it? I just make of it that I'm so happy and grateful that not even in my dream state can any energies overtake my essence. I'm so happy and grateful of the protection that I have from all of the forces, I'll call them demonic forces, that may try to hurt or harm me in my dream state or my awakened state. I'm so happy and grateful that Source Creator has protected me, and that's all I'll say about that. Alright, so I'm going to come back another time. I just wanted to share that story. I have to go. But that's it for now. And thank you for joining, everybody who tuned in. And yeah, somebody has to use the room that I'm in right now. Okay. I gotta go. I'll see y'all another time. Thanks for hanging out with me.